And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Transport Fever. And loan is repaid off. Or paid off, not repaid off. Loan is paid off. We are debt-free in 1927. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I thought it would take a little longer than that, but I was very conservative. I bided my time. I didn't overspend. Or I tried not to overspend. But we're going to need a little bit more bus service in Indianapolis. If you look, we've got a serious amount of passengers here and over here waiting patiently to go places. So we're going to want both clockwise and counterclockwise service increase. So let's first handle the clockwise, and we're going to go with the double Daimler top seater, and let's do 4 more on each one of these. So set line, this is Indianapolis pass clockwise, and then set them to red, and 1 2 3 4 Indianapolis pass counterclockwise. So that should help keep that line frequency. And if you look at your frequencies, this is where that comes into play. So as you add vehicles, the frequency goes down and people are more likely to use your service. So our St. Louis commuter is actually coming along nicely. It started making some money. If we look at the finances, you can see that it's going up on a pretty good clip. It's 58 out of 84. So we are doing really well on our main spoke systems, and we have one more spoke, 1 or 2 more left. I'd like to get Springfield and Detroit hooked up as soon as possible, although those engines are so darned expensive. Let's look at our first good service. So we're going to do some food, because farms are already in place, and I want to do some food. So if we deliver food to this station, it will hit just a few commercial buildings, not very many. So we're going to need a truck service from here down into the heart of this commercial district, which is this station right here. So we'll be able to deliver food into this stop right from this truck stop. So with that in mind, we're going to have one of these feed over here. Again, the Chicago area, famous for its meat packing district. So we're going to put that to good use. And let's see, where's a good spot for this? I mean, it can be really anywhere, but I don't want to really interrupt my lines here. So we're going to go to build industry, and we're going to want not goods, forest, farm, food processing plant. Okay. And if I had my choice, I would make these way more expensive to build. But there's really no way to control how expensive these things are, unfortunately. You can also, preset the production level, but I don't do that. I let them grow naturally. So we're going to put this sort of in the vicinity of Chicago. You don't want an industry like this, if it's too far away from a city, it's kind of really unrealistic, because who would work, at a place that's, 50 miles out of town? So we're going to just kind of place this in an arbitrary spot here. Right there is a good spot. And we're going to connect it to the road network. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Right there is good. So we're going to connect you right to the road. As you can see, my cities have started upgrading to paved roads. So we're slowly getting rid of all these dirt tracks, getting to nice modern paved roads, which is beautiful. I love that progress that we're making there. Okay, so our food processing plant, our main food processor, you know, I could come down through here and in this way, and then down through here, right into Indianapolis. Or I could come right up through here and somehow make that work. Not sure. Oh, I could put a station there, come right up around and then in. This one would be bad. This would be, you know, $2 million worth of fields destroyed. That would be a bad idea. So I want to put one here, so that would get Indianapolis, that would get Columbus, possibly St. Louis, and into Nashville. Nashville would be tougher, but it could be done. So we are going to use train cargo. Now, how do I want to do this? If I come down through here, that would be at least 2 fields. If I squeaked it by that one on the far end, I think that might work. So we're going to do a little longer platform. I'm going to do 6 tracks. We're going to do all of the good stuff on top of there. And we're going to rotate this around. So it is relatively well placed here. A little bit more bendy that way. And Chicago's food, I could probably use trucks. Maybe. Depending on how much it wants. 119, that's a pretty good demand. What is in demand on Indianapolis? See, I'm already at 207 on Indianapolis. And Nashville is at 128. Columbus, 123. St. Louis is only 79. It's just a baby city now. Just getting its start in the world. It's growing fast, though. Look at all this growth on this side. Very, very recent growth. So, first things first, let's set up the branch into Springfield first. I would like to push as much residents into this top one as possible, since we have all that industry right there. So what I'm going to do is really upset the balance here and chop that industry or that city connection, and we are going to not remove a city or a thing there. We're going to make a little spur, and this one will be a passenger station, and it will be only... Oh, what do we get? Oh, okay. This one probably go to Des Moines, so this one up to here. Only need 2 for this, and not really in the running for that. That's a little further away than I wanted it to be. That's better. Will that work? Yeah, I think that'll work. And now the road connection is going to be a little difficult. So we're going to come in here, take out that building. Sorry, that's Bob's house. And we're going to try to bridge over that as close as we can get it. And I don't have a second connection on that, so we're going to upgrade second connection, because this is going to come straight out, and this is going to loop around. hopefully. Yep. Okay. So that nightmare is done. So now the routing for that, I'm going to use this track right there. Let's see. We're going to go right directly in there as much as we can. Make sure that's pointed as directly as we can get it right into there. How is that? Which side of the thing am I on? I'm on the right side. And the right side of that. So that's good. All right. There is another spoke that we can use. Now I want to create a little bit of a little spur here for a wonderful depot. And we're going to now try to stretch this track, figure out what the best course of action is here. I never know which track I want to use until it's too late. So we're going to try to bend this up to point roughly. Oh, that's a little too much. So right in there. So if we look at that, that looks pretty good. So we're going to then stretch it right into maybe the middle. And we're going to want to clear the road before we stretch so we can make the road conform to our track. So the track is nice and straight and the road is the one with the little bumps and stuff. And I don't mind if it's a city-to-city connection or a forced connection, I don't mind passing a track over it, because any interruption in the time in the service between two cities just increases the likelihood that they will use a train service to some other city. So it's just all good for me. Now the tricky part is going to be getting a terminal station. I'm going to start with 2 tracks. I don't need the second connection on this little doodad here. So we're going to want to point that. Yeah, that's 400 grand in fields removed, which is why I wanted to eliminate as much of that as possible. So this is going to have to loop around and try to keep it decent. Zoom in to build. What's the cheaper option here? Right in there is the cheaper option. So that's on the rightmost track. We're going to switch that over. Not that it matters, because I'm just going to double track this anyway. Right in here. Bingo. Keep that speed up. So this track, because we're going to have more than one train eventually, we're going to have a lot of trains on this route. Maybe even more than one route. It's because the production becomes so high that you run into problems with how fast you can load a train and get it out of the station. So with this Uber production series, I really want to push a station to the absolute limits. Now let's do signals. I want the cool light signals here. So we're gonna put these in periodically, right through. All the way to the end zone here. Good old Bob's Farm. Okay, a little bit more. One more till the end. Now when we build that line, it'll automatically split. So we're only going to need 219 foods. So this will only ever want to produce 219. I don't even know if it's updated yet. Yeah, it's not updated yet, just because it only sees this one city. So if we're going to want to distribute more to more cities, we're going to need to really figure something out there. So we're going to stretch this back a ways, just in case I want to service other lines with the same depot. Be a little bit efficient on that front. Oh, I moved over too much. Okay, that one's in. Now we need a line or a depot for... I'm going to be moving livestock only. So we're going to have a new line from Bob's Farm to the meat packing plant in Chicago, and this is going to be Chicago Livestock, and we're going to make it bright green is fine. I want a little bit darker bright green. There we go. So Upper Minneapolis, we want to change that to... This is going to be Bob's Farm. And this is not Chicago West. This is going to be... let's see, Buggy's Burger Patties. Buggy's Burger Patties. There we go. So... the next line that we're going to want is from here to here. And this is going to be a more tasteful green. And this is going to be Indianapolis food. And this is not the only line we're going to make. We're going to make one more from here to here. And yes, it screwed that up royally. How about here? And we're going to remove this one. There we go. How about that? Fix that right up. Okay, we got a nice loop all the way around town, right in through here. And this is going to be Indianapolis Commercial Supply. Why not? And we're going to make this blue because it's commercial. Because that's how we roll. And, all right, so we have commercial supply. We have the food supply to Indiana. We have the livestock supply. I think our lines are done. Now it's just a matter of the gross amount of money it's going to take to build all of these doodads. And let's see. We're going to first want a blue. Oh, Mac or Benz? Mac or Benz? I think the Benz. It goes faster. What's my cost? Oh, that's pretty good. And this is going to be just open. I'm not going to set it to anything. So that way, when we start delivering other things here, it will automatically deliver those as well. We're going to start with 5 of them. There's the commercial supply. Get our nice Benzes. Beautiful. So this, I kind of build these lines, I kind of fill these lines out in reverse. These trucks will then tell this station setup that it has access to all of this demand for commercial. So this station now knows, once these actually go through the process of stopping at these stations, it updates this and says, okay, I only have access to this much, but I have access to this stop, which now has access to all of that. So it just kind of reverses the process. So now we need to build the train line for food, and that will tell the farms, hey, we need that much more livestock. So we're going to use a Mikado, potato. We're going to use the Mikado. And so this is how much food a year? 221 now. So we're going to want at least a train that can deliver half of that amount, plus a little bit more. So if we go to the Mikado, it is rather expensive. Why is it more expensive than the Atlantic? Oh, it's power. Yeah, lots more power. Ooh, wow. We could use a class. Oh, that's just too much money. Okay, line is dark green-ish down here. I keep forgetting about which green I use. So that looks good. So yeah, buy that, and we're going to take a boxcar. I think, yeah, this boxcar here, and we're going to set it to food. And I'm going to put on, oh, not enough. Oh, these are 500 grand a piece. Borrow. 108 should do it. So set line to Indianapolis food, which should be good to go. Let that run, and now the line is updated even further. Now this station says, oh, I have all this commercial that I have access to, which is this much food that I could deliver. This line tells this station and this industry, this product right here, the potential should be updated as soon as this runs a little bit. This should be updated with the demand of the city. So let's see if that is indeed the case. Details. Because it might not update because I'm not delivering any livestock to it yet. But as soon as it runs, it should update. At the month end, I should say. So we go through here. So this 223 should be reflected in this potential right here as soon as the line is updated. And I need a train for, and what color was that? That was the darker of the bright greens, if I remember right. So the Mikado can only do 50 miles an hour, which, I mean, isn't bad. All right, there it is. 217 out of 225. You want to know why there's a discrepancy? There's a discrepancy because I'm not covering all of the commercial buildings. Let's go back down to Indianapolis. So if you look, we've got these little commercial buildings here, these couple here, and this is covering these, but not these. So these little commercial buildings This is where that discrepancy comes from. So if you're wondering when you build lines like this, why your service is not updating, it's because you're not covering all the buildings. So you got to watch out for that. Okay, back to spending gross amounts of money on the Mikado here. We're going to buy this, and we're going to go down to the boxcar and set this to livestock. And these are obscenely expensive, these boxcars. These are, for $1929, $500,000 in 1929, that's equivalent to like $20 million today. That is crazy for a boxcar. They need to rethink the cost of these wagons. That is insanity. Okay, so we're going to borrow more money than I really rather want to. So we're going to have this, we're going to livestock it. So I think that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is good. We're going to start with just one train for now. I will be adding a second train, but I just cannot afford it right now. Holy moly, was that a lot of money just for some food and livestock. Good Lord. So yeah, this is getting... Oh, there's the one more building here that I'm not covering. Yeah, this building and these buildings over here are not getting any coverage at all. I would have to either expand this delivery line to deliver over here to cover these, and possibly even deliver here to cover these. But I'm not really concerned about this little guy here. I mean, he's just not on my radar. I mean, this shopping facility, 72, that is the bulk of my demand, and we are covering quite a lot of that area already. Another area of major coverage is industry, so I really would like to get some construction materials going as soon as possible here. And now that we're still bringing in a little bit of money. So yeah, this guy is just getting out of the station. So yeah, he can move a lot of livestock. 108 livestock is not too bad. However, we're going to want quite a lot of it. So we've got plenty of livestock waiting for us here. As soon as the line updates, it should start delivering livestock. Since I've already passed by here. One of the things I like to do, once it reaches the station, if no livestock has appeared, it will leave the station. Livestock will start appearing. I will turn the train around to go back in and grab what's in there before it gets too far down the line. So that is one way to optimize that. But we've gone way over time, so that will do it for this episode. I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.